Welcome to the Survival Condo. You're entering a top-secret facility. How likely is an all-out nuclear war?
This is a national emergency. If there is a nearby location that has been designated as a fallout shelter, go there now. Do not exit the fallout shelter until the all clear has been given.
You think we're the future?
All right. Let's go. Podcast started. What's up, guys?
What's up?
about to get sparky. About to get lit.
Yep.
They are.
Rise and shine. If this lighter works.
Yeah, let me get you later.
Might not work.
Get one of them Hazy lighters.
Okay.
Yeah,
heard
that's
they're
why
awesome.
it wasn't working. We need the hazmat
There you
lighter.
go. Yeah, we got the exclusive lighters coming. Hazmat 45 band lighters.
Yes, sir. You can find them at Doer Gang shows.
And hopefully anywhere lighters are sold.
And hopefully on the website soon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tell them what time it is.
It is Sunday, June 6th, 6:06 a.m. So, got a lot of sixes in there, and it's pretty early in the fucking morning.
Wow. Huh.
I think it's more late at night. Because we haven't been to sleep yet.
Yeah, that's very true.
No.
So, we had a busy weekend. I came out here to DeFi to see everybody before I'm off to Texas. And we got a lot of content done. Seen a lot of people that I've made connections with out here. Obviously, had to come out see these guys. But we got into a lot this weekend. Let's tell them a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's crazy how well everything just put itself together. We shot 2 videos off of mine has his project The Fear tape.
Goofies, right? That was one that you shot?
Goofies is one of them.
You want to, okay, while we're on the subject of Goofies, you want to tell that funny ass story you told me in Cobra about Hazy recording the chorus?
For Goofies?
Yeah.
Well, when
It scared the shit out of you guys.
Yeah, just like
Okay.
one night, me and Mamas was sleeping in the middle of the night, and then all of a sudden you hear fucking hazmat screaming from like a couple rooms over. Please just leave me alone. We like woke up. We're like, what the fuck? Like, I'm pretty sure Mamas is still a little bit traumatized.
That's hilarious.
Well, okay, but if you think about it, it's the middle of the night, you're trying to catch
That's
some
hilarious.
Z's, and you hear a grown man, please just leave me alone. Like, what are you going to be thinking? You're like,
you're not lying.
either like an intruder's in your house, or like a fucking like demon is in your house,
Bro, I just saw like,
or like an insect or something. Like, it could be anything.
that was all normal too. I just rolled over. I was like, hey, it's just Hazy.
Is it Hazy
It's
being
just
Hazy?
recording. And she's like,
Give her a heart attack.
yeah.
There.
Every time I listen to Goofies, like on my way to work, I cannot not smile when I like hear the chorus and I think of that. I died laughing when he told me that story.
That's actually the first time I heard that story too. That's hilarious.
What, really?
Yeah.
I thought about it again earlier when we were shooting the video back here, and then that part come on again, and I was like, oh, here we go again. He's gonna scream that part, and he's gonna wake him up he's gonna wake my daughter up when she's sleeping and doing a nap now.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But that shit, we got a sweet storyline. A buddy of ours, he killed it on the starring role of the video, and he just might have an acting career birthed after this video.
Yeah, shout out Gabe Contreras,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
aka G Crypt.
Real doer shit though. It's like he was just sitting there, and we were trying to think of video to shoot because we had the camera guy available for a few hours. So we were like, well, we got 3 of us with songs we got. Bam, here. It was like, Gabe, you down to be the Goofy? He was like, yep. Then he asked, what I gotta do? Yep, first, then what I gotta do. So we're like, yeah, that's some Doer shit.
Yeah, he killed it too. He was hilarious. He had us all cracking up, and he had the camera guy cracking up. Tell him about who we've been working with, Lil Rock.
Yep.
And his team.
Raymond Castaneda from D5, long hometown homie. He's built his name up around here, got everybody the cleanest cuts, you know what I'm saying, at Bloomfields. And now he's branching off, making videos, getting a little artistic, doing his own thing, moving around more. And this is like 3rd or 4th video I've shot with him. So we're real fucking excited to work with him. Lots of stuff covered. He fits our sound and our visual like really well. I mean, he's a DeFi dude, so
Okay.
he gets the core of it.
I think DeFi is like the epicenter of so much creativity. Not just rap, but I mean clothing with the Yum Skull.
Oh, 100%.
And then like rock and roll with
Shout out.
Bobby and Saturday Night Hello. And
Yep. OG.
I mean, it's just it's insane how much creativity comes from this area.
There's a lot of geniuses out here.
I love it. I mean, I don't know. A lot of people hate it. I mean, I hate lots of parts about it, but I love it too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Shapes you to be the person you are, so might as well own that shit. But yeah, like you said, it is beautiful for real.
It
Like
is.
Such a small area and such true acts, such true people like come out of it. It's not even like no phony shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, in some sort or some way or another, we all kind of network with each other, whether it's like featuring in songs or mixing and mastering or clothing. I mean, photography. I mean, it's awesome.
You really started a movement out here for real, like with all the artists and then photographers, like you said, and videographers, graphic designers. There's just a whole collective of people that work together out here. And it's pretty cool.
That's really like was my long-term goal and something I was trying to build. Is something we can all come together and rise together. You know what I'm saying? Like uplift each other. Because like I always, when I started making music, or when I just did anything in general, I wanted one of my homies at least to do it with me. It was easier to do, you know what I'm saying? Because you feed off each other.
Yep.
Thanks.
So I think like a lot of the best art and shit comes from that. It's from the spark from someone else next to you, you know what I'm saying?
Giving you constructive criticism, and then also that friendly competitiveness of like, wow, they went in on that beat, I need to go in even harder.
Yeah.
And then like pushing each other into different territories, like what you and I have done when we've collabed before.
Right.
I think I've pushed you in territories you haven't been in. You've pushed me in territories that I haven't been in. And it just makes you grow and become more well-rounded.
Absolutely.
Iron sharpens iron.
Like I get inspired when I hear homie kill a beat, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh shit. I gotta go harder.
Yeah. And it's 100% true.
Speaking of collabing with each other, what do you guys got in the works? Like, what do you guys got popping? I know we did some tonight. Like, you can talk about that too. Like,
What do we have popping? Hey, Bob.
We have several shits popping. Several shits brewing.
Okay, I will say that
Cooking up.
it's no surprise that me and Abob enjoy making music together. I mean, he's been on all 4 of my mixtapes and most of my albums, with the exception of my latest release, Weekdays. He wasn't on there for some reason. I'm not really sure what happened there.
Yeah.
Just kind of... I was just in the studio just making songs like crazy, and then...
Both busy as shit.
Yeah, the album... And I ended up finishing the album, and it just felt complete before I realized I didn't have Abob on it. And I wasn't going to throw Abob on it just to have Abob on it. Like, I want it... If I have somebody on there, it's because I really feel like they will help complete that track. I'm not just going to do it just to do it.
Yeah, as you should.
Yeah.
By the time I realized I didn't have Abob on Weekdays, Weekdays was done. It was done. It was in the bag already, and it just, my vision for that was complete.
Okay. I really like Weekdays though.
So good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's genius.
Thank you. I definitely stepped way out of my comfort zone with that.
Okay.
Like, I tried to not, I don't want to say emulate, but I took inspiration from many different artists, mainstream artists that I haven't normally gone down the road before, such as like The Weeknd.
Okay.
You know, I did a Weeknd type beat, something that was way out of my comfort zone, and that's actually one of my favorite songs on the track, The One Last Time. And then Things Go Bad. That was, I don't really know how to describe that one. It's like I don't know how to describe that one, but that was yet again like a step in another direction, and it just made me grow as an artist.
Yeah, that's what I felt when I heard it. Like, I loved the tape, but then like when I heard it, it was just like you found the way to like do you. You know what I'm saying? Like stay true to you, but like make fucking good bops out of it, and like real good sing along songs too. It's like you're like flourishing, like it's like the same Cody the Prodigy, but like he figured it out, and like
I appreciate that.
that's what I felt from it. I was really inspired by it.
In a sense, I woke up while making that, because before I would try to be a hard lyricist. Like I need to come out with punchlines. And then when I was making Weekdays, I realized that it's much more than punchlines. I mean, there's a difference between being a lyricist and being an artist. And in being an artist, you have to capture all elements of music, like harmony, message, story, punchlines as well, delivery. And I just wanted to have some catchy choruses and have some good positive vibes, instrumentals, and tell stories and like get my feelings out there. And I think I had a lot of fun trying to do all that.
You did it perfectly too.
I appreciate that.
I
And
love
by the way, you killed that verse on Weekdays.
I
the
appreciate
track.
that.
That
Thank you.
Murder.
So good.
You hit me up. I remember when you hit me up with that, and you sent me that night, and I stayed home from work, and I was like, I'm gonna write this, and wrote it all night, and I was like, send it back to you in the morning. And I was like, perfect.
My favorite thing about working with Hazzy is you will get that back. You will get it back that day.
Straight up.
Seriously, I will send him something before I go to work, and I won't even be halfway through my shift, and I get like the full mix and master back. Like, he is the fastest working guy I've ever worked with in my entire life.
I appreciate it.
You're not wrong there.
I love it. I love when I start something, I try to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
Make time. But it's fun. So what are you guys gonna call the project you guys are working on?
Fuck it. I mean,
Yeah.
Or you guys don't want to release it yet? It's
like
cool if you don't.
It's like a sequel to Cody's
Yeah.
Weekdays.
You want to drop it?
Okay.
You want to drop the title, or you want to drop?
You can call it.
All right, so I
Let 'em know.
dropped Weekdays, and him and I are doing a joint album called Weekend. And I like to imagine I don't have to explain the title, but I will. Weekdays is like you're in like a weak state of mind. also a play on Monday through Friday, which is like a metaphor for like me at work in the weekdays, zoning out, doing something I don't want to do, or doing something that instead of doing something I'd rather be doing, I should say.
Right. And it sounds like that too. Like, that's my favorite part about the tapes is like, it sounds like, okay, the weekdays sounds like some shit you listen to during the weekdays, and then the weekend sounds like some shit you play on the weekend. And
yes.
Yeah, it's really beautiful how it just came together. To me, it's like an album basically wrapping up mine and Cody's whole friendship, and like since we were kids and shit, and like growing up and our processes of starting to make music and being line cooks and being dads now, and still finding ways to adapt and keep flourishing and putting our music out. You know what I'm saying? Like, not putting an end to all the weak shit and just seeing what else is out there.
Yeah, making this new album, I've grown so much mentally and like emotionally. And calling it Weekend is perfect because you're literally putting an end to that weak state of mind. I've been drinking more water, and I've been working out and dieting and exercising and getting a healthy mindset while making this album. And I think like my lyrics reflect that as well.
Yeah.
That's powerful. So you've been making a personal life change as well as like making this tape at the same time, so it's reflecting through your music.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And that's what's beautiful about music, is it like captures what you were going through at that time in life. So you can listen to a song and you know how you were feeling when you made that song, or if you're a listener, like when that song was released. So if you attach to a song real heavy when it drops, for the rest of your life, you're going to remember that song for getting you through that rough patch, that moment in your life.
That is 100%.
And that's what's beautiful about music. Like, that's why I love to make music.
Yeah, and this chapter with this Weekend kind of is really powerful with you and your journey, because it's like you'll always remember this part of your transformation, and at the same time, like, you have a chapter that's being told to listen to it, so it's like you can always go back to that shit.
Mm-hmm. And same for you, because when we started making this album, Luna was not born yet,
right?
And then we wrapped up the album basically tonight, and Luna, has blessed us with her presence, and so you were going through that entire transition of expecting to be a father into fatherhood. So it was really fun to see that affect your writing and your work ethic and stuff. True. I really enjoyed that.
Appreciate that.
Let's talk about that. Fatherhood. Because I know you both are fathers, and I know you both are fathers of girls. So, let's talk about how that influences your music, and how you want to express your music differently now that you have children now, and you have different perspectives. And
well, first and foremost,
let me know.
My daughter comes first in above everything.
Okay, mad respect.
Above everything. So fatherhood first, and with that comes my job, because I need to make money to support a child, and then music. So I make music in the spare time that I have in between being a father and working and providing and all that. So a lot of people ask me, how do you do it? You work full time, you have a child.
Right.
How do you make music? And you sacrifice your sleep to do the things you want to do.
Sacrifices.
That's why we're up at 6:30 in the morning.
Well, basically, I'm a zombie.
Exactly. That's why we're up at 6:30.
That's the only way it works, dog.
Zombie mode.
But that just shows how much, people like myself and Abob and Hazy and Cobra Lee and everybody from Doer Gang. It shows, and shows how much we want this, because we're not watching Hulu or sleeping or doing this or that. We're out here trying to make something happen, trying to grow as individuals.
That's very true.
Almost like we're in a trance to some people, but then some people look like they're in a trance to us. It's weird. But to answer your question, it's definitely, well, I mean, I was always in tune when I wrote songs and expressed my stuff that I would, my words would get stuck in kids' heads. So I wanted, after I put like out my first tape, and it was just like my teens didn't give a shit type shit. But after
Wait, was that the one with the roller coaster?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
It was a takeover project.
The takeover.
Takeover. I was drawing a blank on what it was called.
Yeah, it was basically me just like express my skills, you know what I'm saying? Like with my vocal,
letting people know that you do it.
My rhyme scheme, yeah, basically. Then after that, kind of realized I want to be in tune with the message I'm saying, and I'm not just saying random shit. I'm not just, you know what I'm saying, doing the same old cloud type shit as everybody else.
Be more conscious with what you're saying.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always been in tune with my words being stuck in kids' heads, but now that I have a daughter, it makes me be a little bit more cautious of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. I just like you're molding you're molding someone's mind, and then she's gonna like I don't even know. I just so much to think about.
Kids pay attention like way more than we think they do.
That's facts. And to build on that, I have a 3-year-old, and I had no idea that she would pick up as much as she does from like listening to a song, for example.
Okay.
So, one of my favorite artists is Black Bear, and Hot Girl Bummer is, one of my favorite songs. So, without thinking, I would play that around her, and then she sang it once, and I was like, whoa. That was like a major wake-up call to like be more cautious about what I'm surrounding her with.
Very true.
So the reason I tell that story is because now when I'm writing lyrics, she knows Daddy's voice, and when she hears my song, she knows it's me, and I want to set a good example, so that is starting to affect my writing process. It's trying to make sure that I'm setting a good example for her.
That is solid. I love it. He said something today about it's going to be crazy when my daughter sees or hears my voice and recognizes my voice on the songs. And like you just mentioned that too. So like when did that happen for you? And what did you feel when that happened?
I was really surprised. Because I'm not entirely sure it sounds like me. I don't know. That's like my favorite question to ask people. Like, does it sound like me? Like, not if they like it or not. Just, does it sound like me? I don't know.
So did your daughter heard the record and knew it was you?
Yes. She heard one last time, and she knew that I was not the first rapper, because Cobra had the first verse.
Okay.
She knew my voice when she heard the second verse, and she's like, "That's Daddy. That's Daddy's song. I swear to you."
Wow.
She knew that it was me.
And so that was a complete shock to you.
It was a shock to me. It was like mind blowing, because we underestimate children. Like as Hazzy said, they know more than probably realize. So it's easy to underestimate what they're capable of understanding. And she understands, and she's very sharp, and I want to mold her to be a strong, independent, nice, kind woman. And it starts at the youth. You know, it starts at the youth.
They're like sponges. They just soak everything up.
100%. She says my Nana got into an accident. This is just a little segue, a little story. But my Nana got into an accident and she fractured her wrist and she had a cast on. And Nora was like, that's my daughter, by the way. Nora said, Nana, what happened? And Nana said, oh, I'm okay. I just got a boo-boo. I'm tough. That was like 3 months ago. Nora still says, Nana's tough, Dad. Dad, Nana's tough. Like, she doesn't forget things. Like, she's like stuff like that. She always like brings it up.
I agree.
That's awesome. I don't know. I've been just like embracing all those little things, and you just like, as a dad, especially as a new dad, you learn to love all those little things. You're just like, oh, she's learning how to look around. You know what I'm saying? Like the simplest of shit. Like you don't think about those things, but it's just like awesome watching her do it and helping her do little amazing things.
So I'm sure every day is a brand new experience then, or something new.
Every single day.
Every day she'll get more aware of her surroundings and she'll babble, and then the babble will turn into a word, and the word will turn into a sentence, and the sentence will turn into like a story, and it happens so fast, faster than I ever realized.
Trippy shit.
Like, I'd like to have another podcast a year from today and talk about how much has changed for you.
Hey, let's do it.
It'll blow your mind how quick and fast it happens.
You say today was
just a year.
6/6?
It is June 6th, and we started the podcast at 6:06.
Yikes.
Sounds lying on me.
And May is 5, right? So June is 6.
I believe so.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So it's the month 6, June 6th, and we started the podcast at 6:06.
Yikes. That's so
Whoa,
weird.
what?
I like it.
All right, so tell me your guys' latest releases. Bobski, your solo releases was Son of a Gun, and your
That was a very
latest
good one.
song was Whipping the Grain, and with
Son
the
of a
video.
Produced, Son of a Gun, produced by Invasion, Goat, Adi Ray. That shit was, I like that. That's a personal favorite. I like that track a lot, you know what I'm saying? Just like a little putting a reminder to myself out there that is working on getting better every day, you know what I'm saying? And that Whipping the Grain track, that was really cool too, because some hometown homies, we went and got Airbnb, and we just, like, we all pitched in and we got together. I actually like that process a lot.
What process?
Just going to a random spot and just setting up shop right there, you know what I'm saying? Getting the vibes going. It's like kind of fresh, and it's like you're all on the same. And then when you just like leave home and you just like all like when you leave town, it's like it becomes like more real, and it becomes just like okay, well we gotta do something, you know what I'm saying? We all came here to do something, right? Type shit. And so but we never really dropped the ball. It's always some freaking magic being made, and that night was just, it really showed us all what we're capable of when we just do it. It was awesome. Like, we saw a lot of different angles of some art, and it was all top quality, like, good shit. I'm really pleased with it. But most importantly, like, it started a flame, like, in all of us from that night that has just continued to grow, you know what I'm saying? And every one of those people's, like, has grown that night, so I fuck with that shit.
That is hard. You guys were showing us a lot of stuff you guys recorded that night too. You guys had a whole team. You guys had photographers out there. You had videographers.
Yep.
You had an engineer out there.
Yep. Shout out Dos Diablos. Shout out Sean K. That shit was great.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely doing that more often.
Yeah, making big connections for real.
Mm-hmm.
And making brothers too.
Right, yeah, like I said, those are my dogs. Like since we was younger, we've known each other and planned to do this shit kind of, but it's just like, you know, it's kind of cool to see it all fucking work itself out.
Yeah. Yeah, the world is small, for real. Tell me a little bit about Dos Diablos and who is a part of it.
It's a little collective. The homies just started with Lil Rock, Castaneda, that guy who shot that I was talking about earlier, shot those videos. And they got an artist named Evinci. I've done some songs with him as well. And right there on that song, Pancho Villa. Then there's another photographer, Enrique. They all got their little sauces, you know what I'm saying? They got their little styles, and they're dope.
Yeah, they're solid.
For real. You're going to see me working with them lots.
Okay. And what about you? What about you, Cody? So the latest releases is the Claws and Shadow Band. You released that like as a dual singles.
Yeah, I released Claws as an announced single, and then Shadow Ban as like a surprise, motherfucker. You know, like, which is Shadow Ban was the message that I wanted to get out.
Okay.
It's so often, and I'm not gonna dive into politics. I'm just gonna generalize it and say there are opinions that get swept under the rug, you know, left or right wing. And I don't think in the land of the free that should happen. And the process is called shadow banning. If somebody has an opinion that doesn't fit the agenda of a side that kind of, you know, they want it to, then the content gets hidden, you know. And I just, in the land of the free with freedom of speech, I don't think that should happen. So Shadow Ban was a song that I felt like I needed to make to just kind of get it off my chest and let them know that it's just not cool. Like, and I think it's a really important song.
It is a very important idea that people need to wake up to.
Like, it's okay to speak up and speak your mind. Like, don't be afraid to do so. And that's basically the heart of that song is I will stand up and speak my mind. And
yeah, that's why I admire Cody a lot about is he does not give a shit. And he will, like, go directly at it, like, say a bunch of shit that a lot of people would not even dare to say, and he don't give a shit.
Well, because that's the thing. When we're at the bottom, like we have nothing to lose. So I know that my new song isn't going to be on the top 10 Billboard charts and all over the radios, and I don't have endorsements to lose. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to say whatever I want to say, because even if I had all that, I would still stay true and say what I want to say. But I'm just saying at the point in my life I'm in now, I'm going to say what I want to say. I have nothing. There's nothing. I'm not afraid of, I don't know how to word it, like the man, you know what I mean? Like,
it's a good perspective wording it like that. You probably gain a sense of power thinking of it like that. It's just like, shit, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it.
I mean, yeah, well, what's the worst that'll happen? I get 2 views. Like, it's not about, like, the clout for me. It's about self-release and, you know, clearing my mind. And I have fun doing it, so I'm going to keep doing it and having fun. So it's not about, like, trying to get rich and famous. Like, if it happens, it happens. Great, cool, you know what I mean? And then I can do this for a living. But it's not my main goal.
Yeah.
So that's the point I'm trying to make is I don't have to try to make businessmen happy with my art. I can make the art I want to make for me. And that's why I have no problem talking about, save the children and, shadow banning and stuff I feel the government could improve on and stuff like that. Like, I don't have a problem speaking that. Whereas a multimillionaire, artist would not talk about this stuff because they have a lot to lose.
That's very true and admirable that you speak out against it.
I appreciate that. And I'm very, very, very passionate about Save the Children. I have an EP called, Save the Children. I got 2 tracks where I just unleash my rage on that whole subject. It's just a terrible, terrible problem that's going on in this country.
Mm-hmm.
The richest and safest country has some of the highest trafficking numbers and into this billion-dollar disgusting industry, and it's just disgraceful. And I think more celebrities and artists should be talking about this to shed light on it. Instead, I feel like it gets swept under the rug. So if I get 2 views, that's 2 people who may not have heard the message before. So, if I have 1 view, that's a success because that's 1 person that I may or may not have shaped.
Right, that's the thing about a song like that. It's like every play it gets, like, that's a real someone who gets the message, because it's not like it's just getting pushed out there because no one's gonna fucking blare a song called Shadow Band. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's not the song that gets fucking all the attention. It's the one that gets shadow banned.
Exactly. It's not.
So it's like if you found this song, it's like, oh, congratulations, you was already on that wave.
Yeah, you were digging deep if you found that, because if you think about it, like the people that I'm speaking against, 9 out of 10 times they're the fat cats in the business suits that are promoting and picking and choosing which artists are gonna blow up next. They're not going to let someone run in their mouth about stuff that they may or may not be doing blow up. You know what I mean? So, and I say it in one of the songs, like every view I get is a bullet whizzing by their ear. And that's 100% true. They get 10 views on a song, that's 10 bullets whizzing by their ears.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Breakfast is served.
Yeah, we get breakfast on the podcast.
We told you it was 6 a.m.
Wow.
Oh, snap.
Holy
Got the full setup. We got
That was good.
Wow.
got breakfast sandwiches and hash browns. Oh.
Grab that apple juice.
All right. We'll just keep it rolling and just get back into it. We're 40 minutes in.
Wow. Yeah, and we still feel like we still got a lot to talk about. I'm a talker. I like to talk.
It's a good place to talk.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. That was really nice of her.
Yeah. She's flexing.
What's that?
Oh, that's green dice.
Okay. What is in it?
Green goodness.
He's got the green goodness.
Yep, smoothie mix. Kroger gang.
Don't mind us as we eat the food real quick.
Yeah. We'll try to not be obnoxious and gross
We
about it.
may or may not cut the eating part out.
Yeah, we was up all night doing shit, so we gotta refuel, you know. Wanna try it? That's good shit.
Okay.
Delicioso. Oh, is this Bolt House Farms?
Yeet. How you know?
I fuck with their shit.
I always actually say farmhouse bolts.
Farmhouse bolts. I have a beef with Boathouse Farms, though. I'm going to call them out. Y'all, carrot, turmeric, and ginger is ass. Do not make that shit anymore. This shit sucks.
Just cancel that shit.
Yep, cancel it. I took a big-ass swig and almost puked out. Fucking hate that shit. Had the aftertaste for like probably fucking 30 minutes.
Have you ever had, like, actual juiced fruits, though?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like you actually put them through a juicer?
Yeah, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's, like, way better. There's a dude here in town, Joe's Juice Bus. He's the shit.
Nice.
He's got a solar-powered green bus, drives around, just serves up his own concoctions of actually juiced fruits, though.
That is genius.
And you be feeling great. But my homie was telling me, he's like, actual juiced fruits, that it goes bad like in like 3 or 4 days or something like that. So it's like, what are these people in the stores putting in that juice in the stores make it last so long, so good, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's something to think about.
All the preservatives and bullshit.
If like fresh juice, like you said, lasts 3 days, and you can buy Sunny D that'll last you like months. What is in that Sunny D that's making it, last months?
Right.
And you're putting that in your body.
McDonald's food doesn't age.
Yeah, I saw that. There was like a meme.
That shit is crazy. Like after
Somebody
10 years or something.
Yeah, someone had a Happy Meal in like 10 years, and it was like, it's still there.
Exactly the same.
It's
Was it
disgusting.
Or was it sad?
It was like less happy after a year, It was like an okay meal at that point.
Yeah, McDonald's, you're killing people.
He loved it.
Yeah, I love it.
So do the people, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. It's like, I used to try and get people to realize things I wanted them to, but it's like, I was just going blue in the face, purple in the face. It's like, man, the motherfuckers love that shit. It's like, even if you make a point, even if they get it, because I have made points to people, I got them to get shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? They've even cried and realized shit, and then the next day it's like, back to, it's like.
Well, here's the main problem, in my opinion. So like I said earlier, I think I said this, I've been working out and whatnot, so I've been eating healthier. I have spent more money on food since I've been eating healthier than I ever did not eating healthy. Because the problem is you can go to McDonald's and get 4 cheeseburgers for $4. But you can go to Walmart and get stuff for a salad and a nice, couple days worth of healthy food for you spend $40, $50, $60.
So you say you feel like you've spent more money on food now than you ever?
Yes, I've spent more money on healthy food now, like fruits and stuff for salads and turkey sandwiches, and than I did when I was just like hitting up a drive-through. Spend $4, get a couple cheeseburgers and a fry. That's the problem, is trashy food it's quick and cheap. And,
Think about this, though. Like, say you, say you eat shitty food for 10 years, and then at the 10-year mark, you have to go to the hospital for a $10,000 bill. Or you eat healthy for 10 years, and then that 10 years comes, and you don't have to go to the hospital for a $10,000.
Ultimate price, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
By taking the cheap route, it's like you're going to be paying
I'm definitely...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Yeah, I'm definitely not...
He just said you're going to pay the ultimate price by taking the cheap route.
Yeah, I'm definitely not, I'm not regretting eating healthy. I was just pointing out that it's cheap and quick to eat not healthy. And that's the problem with, America is...
It's also another one of, it's layers of illusions though, because once you get through that, like, and tap into, because we're just not taught all that shit. Like the ways we're taught to be dependent consumers like that, to go just buy our next Happy Meal and shit, and instead of like having gardens in our backyard and growing our own vegetables, it's like you ain't paying nothing for that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but it's like that's not the norm, and that's not what we're taught. At least I don't remember being taught. I don't know. I slept throughout school though, so.
No, they didn't teach any of that. They taught us algebra, but not useful life skills like doing your taxes or.
Right. Because if you tap into like the abundant nature, it's like you don't have to freaking spend money for all that shit that we're spending all of our freaking earnings on.
Half these doctors wouldn't have jobs if we all ate right. They'd only be there if we had like trauma accidents and shit. We need to break a bone or something and fix that.
And to circle back to what we were talking about just a few minutes ago, growing your own food, you would control that food. So you wouldn't have the preservatives and it wouldn't be processed. You would have a fresh apple, a fresh green pepper, a fresh salad. If people were to, grow their own food more often.
And there's some kind of energy that goes into growing your own food or like hunting your own meat.
It's not easy.
No,
it's not. It's not super easy.
I haven't done it. I mean, I have done it myself. I have hunted, but I haven't like gone through like crazy ass adventures just to hunt. I've done it in like just the woods in the backyard and shit. But like, it is not easy, like you said. It is difficult, especially when you have a bunch of other animals trying to eat the stuff that you're planting in the ground.
This guy's an animal lover. I don't know what kind of hunting he did. Did you hug him when you found him?
He was chasing a mosquito around pretty crazy
slapped a couple
earlier.
mosquitoes in my life.
Like, yeah. See Hazzy all rolling the ground just to go fucking hug a fucking bunny. Shit.
No, we shot a deer way back, but I'm not going to tell you about it because...
That shit haunts you to this day, don't it?
Yeah. We didn't really do it the right way, so...
Poor Hazzy.
You can ask me about it personally.
Such a nice guy.
Oh,
That's
dear.
funny. Oh, dear.
Bars. Well...
How's the food? This shit was so good.
So Hazzy's like, don't mind us while we eat real quick. So I took that as we're going to eat real quick. So I scarfed mine down.
Me too. I eat fast normally, though. Like, always. I just eat my food so quick.
Man, I can't move like that. Hazzy drink a whole water bottle in a gulp. Every time. Seriously, he don't sacrifice one bottle. He's like, no, I'm not gonna drink half of this bottle this time. I gotta drink the whole thing in one gulp every time.
Never fails.
Life of a giraffe.
Well, he's good.
It's hard out in the
long
desert.
neck.
You got the
things.
long neck. I mean, half the bottle of water is still going down the esophagus.
You know, giraffes have to like spread their legs just to drink because their neck goes down. Like,
I don't think I've ever seen a giraffe drink.
so they like
before.
spread their legs and put
I
their neck
imagine
out.
that's how it'd be. That'd suck to be a giraffe. You think?
Kind of like you bent over to walk through the door.
Yeah, that sounds about right. They also have like really long black tongues too.
Black tongue?
Yeah,
That's strange.
it's
What
strange. There is another strange thing about giraffes. They're
They
really
also
quick.
sell toys.
Toys R Us.
Oh, yeah.
The giraffe. What's his name? Jeffrey. Jeffrey the giraffe. So what did we work on today? We worked on a lot of stuff.
Oh boy.
Like what songs did we record? We recorded like 4 or 5.
Lot. He's in the middle of a bite. Pressure's on Abob.
I can't even remember that far back.
Tell me a little bit about Nevermind, how that happened.
Never mind.
Oh, wait. We got to introduce Mooney real
Hi,
quick.
kitty.
It was outside.
Sorry, dude.
Come here, Monci.
This is the man of the hour.
Special guest.
He just recently got his cat door, so he don't know how to act. He's just exploring. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, this is the chillest
He's a
cat
cool
ever.
cat.
Mr. Mooney.
So Nevermind is a song that we polished.
Yes.
We finished and polished it up today. So J. Cole dropped his latest album, and I thought it was like super fire, and I listened to it for like 3 days straight. And then I thought to myself, I'm like, I wonder if you could make a J. Cole type song.
Mhm.
Like, not that I was trying to emulate him, but I was like pulling inspiration from him, and he's like one of the most talented artists like alive right now. So I was just thinking, like, I wonder if I could pull some of that inspiration from him and, you know, put it into my life. So I researched some J. Cole type beats. The very first beat I found it bright and early in the morning. It was like 8 in the morning. I had a cup of coffee. I wrote a verse in like 10 minutes. It just flowed really great. And then I thought these two would be perfect on it. So I sent it to both of them, and oh boy, they did amazing on it.
And when you said flow really great, it's some of the best I've ever heard Cody flow.
Thank you.
And so like he's branching into new sounds and experimenting new shit. So it's awesome to hear just every time. As soon as I heard it, I was like, oh fuck yeah! Waiting to hear him do some shit like that.
That means a lot.
I didn't hear your verse till you laid it down for the first time today.
Today?
Mm-hmm. Well,
That was
because
cool.
Abob was over at my place last week, maybe a week and a half ago, and he said he had the verse written, but he wasn't 100% sure on it, and so I didn't end up hearing it. And then I came over today, and he laid it down, and within like 10 minutes, like it wasn't long at all. He laid it down pretty quick. You're a pretty quick recorder, though.
Yeah, that's very true.
And I know why, because this guy, okay, Abob will write a song and then store it in his head for like 6 years. Do you have any idea how many songs that this guy is like, hey, let me spit this new track for you, and he'll put on an instrumental and he'll rap the entire song. He'll do all the verses, all the choruses, he'll do the bridge, he'll do the everything. And I'm like, dude, that's fire. When's it coming out? He's like, I don't know. I just haven't recorded it yet. And then like a year and a half will go by, and then it's finally out. He's done that to me so many times.
Yeah, I don't know why my brain works like that.
He does. He has he's got like albums written that he just hasn't recorded yet, but they'll get recorded and released eventually.
Yeah, it's been a helpful process, but it's also been a destructive process.
How so?
Storing so much shit in my brain. Like, I don't need that much shit in my head. I need a healthier process of just releasing it as soon as it comes, and it just being like a more constant flow instead of like clutter, you know what I'm saying? And maybe I won't be just dazing off in space all the time.
So that's why you're dazing off, because you have 4 albums in your head?
Yeah. Either that or like I just slipped and fell through the matrix and I'm just glitching out. Or I saw a squirrel. Something like that.
Speaking of glitching out, you got some chocolates that we tried yesterday.
Those were
Some magic chocolates.
Willy Wonka came by. If Willy Wonka ever comes by, don't turn down that golden ticket.
Yeah, that golden ticket will take you somewhere.
Right.
Big booms. Big booms in the chocolate, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I've always been down to expand my mind.
I have a question for you, Hazzy.
Yes, sir.
Where did the rap persona or rap name Hazzy come from? What inspired you to do that? I've always wondered.
I started as DJ Spike Just kind of
Oh, really?
Yeah, just to
I didn't
kind of
know
be to have a name, and then it morphed into something more serious that I wanted to be like, to have a persona and like an image. So I called myself Hazard, and I didn't have like the logos or anything, or like the mask at all even. And then one day I was just like, hazmat sounds fucking hard. And then mix it with a gas mask, and like at the time I found the glow up goggles too, so I was like, fuck.
You were all set for a pandemic.
Yeah. Dude, it was crazy because it was like probably 2, maybe 3, 4 years before the pandemic that I had the brand all set up and everything.
Yeah.
And I was like DJing, releasing music as a DJ and EDM artist. And then boom, like maybe 2 years after I met you guys, and like we went on tour and everything, boom, the pandemic hits and everybody's wearing masks and shit, talking about hazmat suits and fucking all this virus crazy shit.
They all thought Hazzy was weird for years, and then,
he was the pioneer.
Asking Hazzy where to get a damn suit.
Yeah, for real.
He was a pioneer, man. But yeah, I met you. So I met Hazzy 2 or 3 years ago. I met him literally as Hazzy, and every day for 3 years he has been Hazzy. And recently I sent him money for some mixings, and I learned his real government name. Spoiler alert, guys, his government name is not Hazzy.
Hazzy was like, hold on.
I'm not gonna tell them your real name. I know better.
I was just playing.
But I was like, spoiler alert, his name is not Hazzy. So when I was sending money to Hazzy did not pop up. Another name popped up, and I was like, who the fuck is this? And I texted Abob, I'm like, is Hazzy's real name?
Hazzy would be such a badass.
And yeah.
That would be a badass name.
I was like, Abob, is Hazzy's real name? And you were just like, yeah, that's him.
A lot of people,
good.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know my real name, and I keep it a secret.
You gotta keep it a secret.
Yeah.
You don't look like your real name.
The real
I'm
ones
sorry,
know.
you look like Hazzy.
I forget it. I forget it all the time. Like Meemaw asked me, like,
Yeah.
"Hey, how's that?" I'm just like, "Who the fuck is that?"
Exactly.
She's like, looked at me. I'm like,
But how does
I don't
Meemaw?
hang out with no one named that.
How does Meemaw know that name though?
That's hilarious. Oh, Meemaw has to know my real name.
Meemaw can't call you Hazzy.
She does.
She
though. I don't know.
can. Yeah. She prefers Evan though.
I was like tripping. Like, I don't know. It just never dawned on me that Hazzy wasn't his real name. I just never questioned it. And then it hit me. I was like, whoa.
It fits
his
such
name.
perfect, though,
It
like,
does. He looks like a Hazzy.
Yeah.
And it just hit me. And I was like, holy shit. This dude's name is not Hazzy.
I feel like I might have made it. That was the first one.
Yeah,
Hazzy.
that is 100%.
Yeah.
And now it feels weird when people call me. I'm like,
Bro, we
I'm
did
beeping that out. I'm
fucking
beeping
good. You better beat that out. I tried so hard. I thought I was gonna be the one to like drop it.
Fucked up, but none of y'all hearing it because I'm
I
beeping
don't
it
feel
out.
bad. You did it yourself.
Saved by the
Beep.
edits.
Yep. Good thing we're not live right now.
Man, that'd be some shit.
No, that's funny.
I think it's funny that you're the one that did it.
Right.
Yeah, for real.
Right.
I thought it was gonna be me.
It was funny on tour. There would be a lot of people that would come up to me and be like, "Hey, what's your real name?" And I'd be like, "Oh, that's top secret. I can't tell you." That would just be like the normal thing I would tell everybody.
Yeah.
It was
I
fun.
mean, it's a cool gimmick, to be honest.
The
less they know about you, and like the more that they like want to know about you.
Exactly.
That's facts.
The law of nature.
If they give a shit about you in the first place. First, they have to give a shit, and then if they don't know a lot, they want to know more.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's a mystery and people are gonna be like trying to read your lips, trying to figure out what name you said, like, you know what I mean?
I figured.
They're gonna be like playing it back, like I'm trying to read his lips.
I figured if they're not scared of a 6'6" guy in a suit with a mask, they're probably gonna
Being
know.
brought out in a body
I want to know
bag.
who it is.
weren't you brought out in a body
Oh,
bag at
yeah.
one concert?
That
Like,
shit was crazy.
I would like shit my pants if some like a 6'6" guy comes out of a body bag in a hazmat suit. Like,
It was intense.
It was awesome.
That was like a myth.
Well, I think me and you come up with that idea
Yeah.
like earlier in the week, right before it.
Mm-hmm.
Hazzy's always talking crazy shit about body bags and shit. Like, you'll just randomly walk by him and he'll be like, put you in a body bag? And it's just like, okay, crazy guy.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, we should fucking drag you out to your DJ booth in a fucking body bag. Crowd will go nuts.
did they?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
They were loud as fuck.
Yeah. They didn't know what the fuck was going on. We always usually got some intro, some sort of playing with the sounds, getting their attention. Like, we make sure that they know.
Set the show up right.
My gimmick when I performed with you guys on your birthday bash was literally everybody thought I was security. I was backstage like getting ready and everyone just thought I was security until I got the mic, went up there, and their words, not mine, killed it.
That's
and they're just like,
tough.
holy shit, man, we thought you were security. And I was like, I'm sorry. I guess that's my gimmick. I don't look like a rapper.
No.
I don't look like a rapper at all.
Expect the unexpected.
I think we're at least 1 foot in the phase of rappers don't have like a generic stereotype
Gold
anymore.
chains.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
It's
fucking
like the stereotype is breaking.
I fucking hate rap stereotypes. Like every cliche rap music video, there's always some guy that's like, can you not do all those cliches? Like, that's such a cliche, like rubbing your hands together. Like, wow, he's about to go in. Like, stop.
That is hilarious.
The whole cliche thing is just crazy to me. Like, I'm more intrigued when something is different. So if I see somebody that, I see somebody that doesn't look like the normal, I'm more intrigued to check them out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What bothers me. Thank you.
Thank you.
That sandwich was smacking. By
It
the
was
way.
very delicious.
Way
Thank
too
you. It was so yummy.
Way too smacking. You guys ate too fast. You didn't even know what it was about.
You
Yes, I
inhaled
did.
it.
It was delicious. I savored every fast bite.
You have
It was
to
yummy.
rewind that shit just so you know what it looked like.
I'm about to eat one of these hash browns though. These look good.
Yep, go for it. What was we just saying though? Because I was about to say something I felt like.
It's nice to not look like the norm.
Yeah,
Like,
rap
it's nice to look
stereotypes.
different. That's what I was saying. That's what I ended saying. I'm more intrigued when someone looks different.
Yeah, what bothers me though is just how broad of a number of the collective of fucking people love to see that fucking basic shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's people on my Facebook who literally only listen to mainstream,
Right.
and it drives me nuts. Like, you're not talented unless you have millions of dollars and the media tells you that they're talented. Like, that is such a trash mindset to have. I have people tell me sometimes that, well, I don't listen to Defiance rappers. I don't even give them a chance. Like, cool, good for you, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna let the media tell you who's good and who's not. Like, why don't you want to find out for yourself?
Right.
Like, find something new. Maybe somebody on the lower level, the local level, can like open your mind up better than somebody who's on the top.
Yeah. 10 times out of 10. It's like, I mean, it's a whole scheme. I don't.
But that's how the main music industry is, though. There's a formula that you like have to follow in order to be on the tippy top. At least that's my opinion.
That's just the way it's been. And
They're controlled to an extent of what kind of songs they are required to put out, and content-wise, and it happens so frequently.
Right.
That's why
you've had those artists break through and break the norm, and they've formed their own labels away from the corporate labels, and then giving artists more independent freedom. And then it's just like we have artists like show us how to do it. So then we got guys like us. So we come in totally different. Like it's like, all right, well, we ain't even gonna do the dumb shit. Like
social media is such a powerful tool because if you have a following, you can do what you set out to do. You don't need fat cats in a business suit writing out checks that will control you, that own your masters, that own your life. And by masters, I mean your songs. They own your songs. You know, so if you have a following and you're independent, you write your own check. You know, and that's the way to go. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, it's honestly weird to me, like that there's still people like in this age right now where there's just everything's been on YouTube, everything's been shown from literally everybody who's ever done it. So you can see where they went wrong. You can see what the hell's been going on. It still amazes me how people right now are still striving to do that. Like all the wrong shit. It's like, oh, I just need a label. I'm just don't even write their own songs and shit.
Yes.
It's like the whole thing is twisted. It's like what are you even striving to do? It's like you're gonna fucking sell your whole existence, fuck up your whole family's fucking tree
for one poppy song.
Right. For a moment, it's like you motherfuckers chase a moment for their whole life, and it's like you won't even know what to do if you got that moment.
That's
Not
real
only
shit.
that, but
That's heavy.
The really, really, really popular celebrities, you know, musicians, there's been so many reports of cruelty done to them. You know, a perfect example is Kesha. You know, look at everything Kesha had to go through legally and, like I said, cruelty. And I think she's very talented, and I believe she's independent now. And if she were to have blown up independent, you know, a lot of that could have gone a different way. So I just think being independent is the best way to go.
100%. And you can do it nowadays all by yourself. You don't need a label or anybody.
Just yourself.
Yeah.
And your family around you.
Literally, you can be an independent artist. Just gotta do it. So what's your guys' next level goal for music? What do you want to see yourself achieve in music this next year?
That's a good question. I might need a minute.
I'd like to see my music tour itself and build something, build a foundation that is moving for like me and my family. And like I'd like to see physically my music pay off for itself. And as well as, because I'm building a studio right now, so a home studio, so I'd like to see what the hell I'm gonna come up, because I know I'm gonna experiment with new shit. I'm gonna teach myself how to make beats and teach myself some instruments, and so I'm really just gonna get super experimental. Like, probably gonna hear some records and not even know that that's me on the record.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's a good feeling.
I think a goal of mine is I'd like to help people out, you know, be there for people. I have a couple people tell me that they relate to some of my songs, and that means like the world to me. Specifically, Somebody Take My Phone. I wrote that out of like anger and frustration, and I've had a couple people tell me that they really relate to that. And to me, that's, hash browns for kitties. to me, that's amazing that somebody relates to something that you worked hard on and that you relate to as well. So it's like a bonding mechanism.
Especially for like the ones like you didn't expect, like you didn't expect someone to relate to that, and then you're like inspired in a new way, and you're like, holy shit, I didn't even know.
Because in a way, it makes you feel like you're not alone. And you're not alone when someone tells you that they really relate to a personal song that you wrote. Because I have a couple songs on weekdays that I didn't think anybody would relate to because they're so specific to me and things that I've gone through. And I had a couple people tell me they relate to it, and it really like blew me away. I was like, I'm sorry that you relate to it, honestly. Like, that sucks. I mean, I'm glad that you do, and I'm glad that we now have that bond and that friendship, and we can help each other out, but I'm sorry you relate to that. Like, it sucks. I mean, life's hard sometimes.
That's real.
It's cool. There's people out there that go through the same shit.
It makes going through it more tolerable when you know that you're not alone.
Yeah.
At least for me, anyways.
Makes it all worth it when you see that type of shit, though. Because then, like, I don't know, like, something that's expressing myself has always been, just made me feel good in like healing in a way. So, and I've seen it, like, I've seen others heal when they start finding a way to express themselves through whatever it is. So it's like when you can do something like Cody do, or drop a song that's extremely personable or hard, and you see someone else, it's like, you know, they didn't or couldn't and haven't tried to express themselves until they heard Cody speaking some shit that resonates, and then they're like, holy shit, maybe I can bring my shit to light, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna
100%.
expand on that. My favorite compliment I've ever gotten from my music, somebody told me that I inspired them to rap. And
That
to
is
me,
cool.
that was like fantastic. Please do, like, do it.
And wait till
You know what I mean?
wait till like that motherfucker like turns into something, and then they like drop something that like really is like hard to you, or like you see some shit.
Yeah.
It's gonna like really be crazy, because
I mean,
I've seen some people like they tell me that, and then I've seen them morph into something fucking beautiful.
Facts.
And it's like, what the fuck? And the thing is, like, the people after us, it's like they get it so quick and they apply it so quick, and it's just like, bam.
And I want nothing but the best for, anybody coming up and doing it, as long as I have my boundaries. And if, specifically like my daughter, that's 100% off limits. If anybody were to talk about my daughter or my family, stuff like that, obviously
You're
I have
fucking
I
dead.
have a problem with you.
Yeah.
But if you're doing the best you, I have nothing but I wish nothing but the best for you.
Right.
Agreed.
That's how it should be, you know what I'm saying? Especially if it's people you come across. You should want to see your people win, even if they surpass you. Like,
Yeah.
that's the whole fucking point. It's like
Exactly.
the mindset of, I want to win and he can't win type shit is dead.
That's trash.
Yeah. It was never real, because there's enough for everyone to win. There's enough for everyone to flourish.
Well, because
That's big
if
facts.
you're
That's a
actually
big statement right there.
if you're actually great friends and your friend blows up, your friend that blows up is going to help you blossom as well. They're not just gonna, if you're true friends, they're not just gonna leave you hanging. So it's like you help each other. Because like if one of us three were to just take off, we all know
It's like,
who's
yeah.
all going with them. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's like we are. It's like if Cody hit me up like, bro, shit's popping off, I'm like, that's a win.
Let's
like for
go.
me too. Like
Exactly.
we all popping off. It's like
exactly.
Fuck you mean? That's what it means. It's like I'm not bitter. One piece of me like, oh damn, I wish I wish
wish
my
that
shit
was
would have
me.
popped off. You know what I'm saying? It's like, shit, my shit's gonna pop off.
Exactly.
Now it's in the family. Now it's in the circle.
That's
Exactly.
facts.
Now they fucking donezo. It's like,
Exactly.
kicking the damn door down, motherfucker.
So it makes no sense to be jealous and harbor all that negative energy over your friend's success. That makes no sense to me. You should be happy for him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy and I'm proud of everything Abob has accomplished, and Hazzy as well. Hazzy
And Cody.
Agreed.
Thank you. Hazzy has been branching out and doing things that I never even dreamed of doing. I just never thought of doing, like this podcast. That's something I never thought of doing. It never crossed my mind once, and it's a wonderful idea. So he's doing podcasts and he's mixing beats and he's making beats and he's rapping and he's got a guitar over there you can't see. He was strumming that a little bit ago. I mean, this guy just he's just doing it all.
I remember when he because Hazzy's not that. He's not. If you ever meet Hazzy, he's not that verbal of a dude. He's more of an observer. But so it's like for him. And I remember when he just only made beats. And I asked him, I was like, you plan on rapping or doing any vocals ever? And he's like, I plan on it, something like that, because I always seen him writing in his notebook. And but he was just forming his way to do it, I guess, his way to present himself or something. And but he was always watching us living in the Doer house. And but the day he fucking started speaking, it's just like, oh shit. And he started rapping, it's just like, oh shit. It's like new ball game.
Thank you.
Yeah, I remember Hazzy just popping out of nowhere. Because I met him before he started writing, and then all of a sudden he's on a Doer Gang song, and I'm just like, Hazzy? It's like the Hazzy I met?
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, whoa. He got so good so fast. Is what was crazy to me. It took me so long to get the hang of my style, and then Hazzy just here I am.
Right.
Let's go.
Thank you. Hanging around 3 crazy ass motherfucking rappers that
Nelson,
all had their
can we
own
throw
styles.
Nelson's name out there right now. Nelson.
Shout out that
animal.
motherfucker. He wild.
He's an animal.
He's snapping. He doing crazy shit lately.
Yeah, I still have that song. My favorite Nelson song is "This Ain't What I Wanted, but I Guess It's How It Goes." That's fire.
That's facts.
Yeah,
Fire.
I fuck with that song too.
That's my favorite Nelson song by far.
I'm excited to see what he does here in the upcoming future too. He's got some heavy hitters planned.
Yes.
All of the members of the Doer Gang are my favorite artists.
Yeah, Nubis goes crazy too.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I'm truly blessed to be surrounded by dudes that just give it their all like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Go ahead.
yeah, it's constantly just evolving and inspiring. So it's every time they come with literally everything they show. Here I got, even if it's a freaking couple bars, it's not even a full verse. It's it sparks something in me. And it's oh yeah, and I'm just so blessed to be around rubber artists like that.
Agreed.
Yep.
Nubis came through today and he laid down one of his verses, and just that energy you feel off when one of the homies kills a verse and you're just like, oh my god, bro, that shit hard. And it just gives everybody just life and
yeah,
for real.
There's nothing like it.
I love that
And
shit.
being in the room where the energy's happening, there's no other feeling. There's no way to explain it if you haven't experienced it.
Yeah, if you, I don't mean to get all deep, but it's if you really think about it, it's the closest thing to, it's godlike creation, you know what I'm saying? We're literally creating something that wasn't that wasn't before. So it's that's why it's such a powerful, especially when Nubis do it, it's always a fucking electrifying feeling. Everybody in the room is just
100%, yeah.
Doing that stank face.
Yeah, Nubis, he's been my favorite rapper. Motherfucker just too cold.
He fucking wild. And you can't even decipher his code because he's just speaking real shit and just coming at you so quick, and he's just a murderer. I love it.
He's just this. Oh shit.
Yeah.
showed us some unreleased shit he's working on too.
That's always fun to like listen to stuff that hasn't dropped yet, and trying to pick out like which songs you think will get some attention. That to me, that's one of my favorite parts. Like my buddies drop a project, I like to place bets on a couple songs that I think will be standouts.
Hey,
I'm
that's
always
fun.
wrong.
It's never the ones you
that I
think.
think is like never the ones, but I'm always happy with like that. I'm like, oh, it's not what I was thinking, but okay.
And it's crazy. Like with Weekdays, I thought for sure Things Go Bad would be the song of the album, and it turns out like One Last Time and Don't Make Me. Don't Make Me is a great song, but I didn't think it was like a standout song. I thought Things Go Bad would be like the poppy one that would like, but it was like Don't Make Me is one of the most popular songs on there. I was like, I was not expecting that. That was an interesting story how that song came about. I was on Facebook and I asked everyone to drop like a fake song title in the comments, and I got like 40 suggestions, and a lot of them are really good. I actually screenshot them for inspiration later down the road. But Kenny Shannon came up with the idea of Don't Make Me, so I used that. I just built a song around that suggestion.
And that turns out to be the most
And that
popular
was
song on the album.
That was one of the most popular songs on the album.
That's wild.
But fun story about Don't Make Me, I literally made like 2 different versions of it. At first, I made like a bitter, soft, like a bitter, slow, like breakup type song, and I was just like, I have too many of these. I need to make like a flex fuck you song. So that's when the second version of Don't Make Me, which is the one that's on the album.
Will the other one never see the light of day?
Probably not.
Okay.
I didn't finish it.
True.
It's half done on my laptop. I just like got bored with it. I did like half a verse and like the chorus, and I was just like, I'm bored with this, so everyone else is gonna be bored with this. Like if I can't even finish this song, it doesn't need to be a thing.
Do you guys finish songs when you start them, or do you kind of like leave them for later to finish them later?
Boy.
I have a terrible problem with, or a terrible habit, I would say, with leaving songs open.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
To me, I'll find a beat and I think like, this is it. This is gonna change my life. And then I'll be like 4 lines into it and I'm just like, nah. Like I wrote myself into a corner. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, it's like the inspiration. The inspiration in the like the window. It's there and it's gone so quickly. It's like that's why it's important to like get in like tune with the subconscious and just like fucking freestyling that shit and just releasing it like that, and instead of overthinking it and trying to write too much, and then because you'll fucking easily write yourself into a fucking pit.
Easy as
I do that very frequently.
Yeah, and it's like almost always the better shit is.
I can't freestyle,
if you would have just said
though.
it and you just
I'm
like
awful.
wanted to fucking like thought about it, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm awful at freestyling though. Terrible.
Trick is to turn your brain off somehow so you can't think at all.
When you started rapping, you probably thought you were bad at rapping. It's just like developing a muscle. I feel like once you tune into it and like figure out how to like turn your mind off, like you said, and just keep doing it over and over.
True.
You'll be able to turn it off whenever you want to, I guess. I don't know. I'm not that good at freestyling, so I don't know.
I guess it just always depends on who your mentor is and who breaks it down to you.
Mm-hmm.
You got some OGs and they shit. I'm sure they can make it seem real simple. Like if I had someone that taught me how to do this shit, like I could probably come at it way different. But I'm coming from a kid who just wants to do it, so I just want to be able to spit out cool ass words and make it make sense and make people's head bobs, you know what I'm saying? So I'd figure that out, and then I had to figure out, oh wait, ain't even doing none of that. They ain't making words rhyme. They're fucking just speaking from their heart, and they're just real fucking motherfuckers, and that shit is fucking glistening.
Not to mention, one of my biggest pet peeves with rap is a lot of artists, a lot of rappers will go on talk shows and they'll do their little freestyle at the end of their interview and they rap a verse from an upcoming album. I saw Drake do it. I saw Logic do it. I saw Hopsin do it. And they play it off as a freestyle, and the host is just like, oh, man, Hopsin with the bars. And I'm like, no disrespect to Hopsin, but that verse, that freestyle that you spit is literally on your next album. Like, fans aren't going to know that.
There should be
when you go back and revisit that freestyle. Like
official term or some shit.
Yeah, if you're
too much of a vague area.
Yes, if you're going to do that, spit a verse that's not on a project so nobody knows.
Yeah.
But I saw Drake do it. Drake... The video I'm referring to, Drake messed up his lines and played it off like he's just like thinking on the spot. I'm like, motherfucker, that is on a song. Don't be playing like you thinking of on the spot, like you like doing math equations in your head, trying to like do algebra and find what word rhymes with what word. Like you had it written down. You messed up your lines, guy. No disrespect to Drake. If Drake is watching this, sorry, Drake. I doubt it, but still sorry.
And the thing is, like, he don't fucking care because he did it. You know what I'm saying? If he cared, he would make sure he was really freestyling, whether or not he dropped the ball or not. You know what I'm saying? But he don't care. From his seat, he's like, I can give him a piece of this song, and then he won't even fucking know.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of his fans probably don't even know.
No, they don't. But I was just kind of going down the rabbit hole of like some of my favorite rappers freestyling, and maybe I could pick something up and improve. And I was just like, wait a minute, I know this freestyle.
Right.
Like I shouldn't know your freestyle.
Yeah, exactly.
Logic, he did the Soul Food verse as a freestyle. It's like, come on, Logic. Cornball. This irks me.
Who do you want to see drop new music?
Post Malone.
Okay.
Some dude named Abob. Token's one of my favorite rappers. He's gearing up to drop an album here.
I want to hear the Flatbush Zombies give a new album.
All right, true.
Oh yeah.
That'd be tough. Flatbush, come on.
Definitely.
I want to hear Weezy drop a mixtape again.
Yeah, like mixtape Weezy, like dedication Weezy.
Yeah. But like a new mixtape, not like an addition to his old shit. I wanna hear some fresh Weezy shit.
Definitely.
I don't know. You can always go listen to Weezy shit and it's still fresh Weezy shit. It's like, damn, I never even heard that shit.
He's got so many projects. It's crazy.
I wonder how many songs he has out total.
A lot.
Yeah.
1,000.
So you guys been working on some dual music. What about some solo music? What do you guys got working in that department?
My vault's deep.
It's all in his head.
Yeah, I'm always growing. I'm always just making shit, and I don't know what to do with it.
Got that Bruce Almighty vault.
I got a few projects I'm working on. I got this one project so you can look forward to. To me, it's like the most important thing I've come to creation-wise. Okay. And I wanted to drop it on my birthday, but like I had it finished written-wise, but I realized it was too good, and I was like, wait a second, I don't want to sell this short by any means. So I just sat back and like I'm really polishing this one up. But there's an album that I'm really looking forward to. I'm not gonna tell anything about it, but there's this one I got. It's a haymaker.
Okay. About to slap people.
Yeah, it's a breakthrough album. it's gonna.
I believe it.
It's like,
I've heard a lot of your unreleased songs, and I am hyped. As like a fan, like as a listener,
much
I'm hyped.
much love.
Can I say a title of one of my favorite unreleased songs?
Is it Chicken Head?
Yes. Chicken
Dun,
Head.
dun, dun.
Oh, Chicken Head, bitch.
That's
I laugh
so
so
funny.
hard
And
when
not
I hear
like
that.
Chicken Head.
Why would you like Chicken Head? Oh, Chicken Head, bitch. Like, I laugh so hard every time I play that.
For real.
That one is fun.
And the first time I heard that, you were playing it for Cobra while I was like dying on my floor.
In the coma.
Yeah, in the comatose. I drank too much and I was just dying on my floor. And then like,
He was laughing in the sunken place.
yeah, like I
Yeah, I
like
heard
sunk. I sunk within my mind, and then I was like dying internally, on my like in my head, and then I just
Well,
heard
damn.
like Chicken Head, and then I heard Cobra's laugh, which is very infectious if you've ever heard it, and I was just like, what? He laugh? What is he laughing at? Like the Chicken Head? What the hell's a Chicken Head? So like I vaguely remember hearing it unconscious for the first time. It was really weird. It's like an inner and outer body experience at the same time.
Yeah, that's that. That's that good.
Chicken Head. Oh, Chicken Head, bitch.
On your deathbed, about to pass over, and then you
Hey,
hear
about those
Chicken
Chicken
Head.
on. Yeah, if I had died, I would have died listening to Chicken Head. That would have been the last thing I heard.
that would make life worth it.
Beat. And Cody laughing. He laughed so hard at that song. I don't even know what a Chicken
How's he
Head
been?
is.
We need to get him on a podcast.
Yeah, he's growing a lot. Spiritually,
Okay.
You can tell.
and that's fun to watch.
Cool.
You know, he's a devoted Christian, and you know his words. He kind of fell off his faith, and recently he got his faith resparked. And you know, as a brother, it's fun to watch that. It's fun to watch him get back to who he wants to be. And he's in a weird spot because he has finished a double album. He dropped
Okay.
part 1.
Mm-hmm.
And part 2 is done. However, part 2 is filled and riddled with profanity, the exact music that he has not chosen to not make anymore.
Okay.
But he's got all the beats paid for, and he's got all the masters, and he's got to like put this out when he doesn't feel it. And it's like, it's kind of I don't envy that situation because he's not being fake because he made the songs, but he had a change of heart. And he doesn't want to be that kind of artist anymore.
I feel that. And I literally had, there's like, I wrote a couple projects that will probably just be practice because it's just like I elevated and I just wasn't on what I was talking about in that shit. So it's like, I mean, I was saying some cool shit and some sweet flows too, and it's like some really dope songs. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
well, they'll probably never see the light because this is not what the message or the image of self I'm trying to portray. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to manifest those ripple effects.
Yeah, it's understandable.
But I do love Cody's album, the second version. And,
Oh, it's wild.
I think
It's crazy.
you probably just have to come to a peace with the beautiful art that was already made, and that's a part of him. You know what I'm saying? There's no.
Well, and it's very similar to like Kanye West. You know, he put out how many albums of vulgar profanity, and then he had a change of heart, and now he's a Christian rapper.
Okay.
You know, so it's not unheard of, and it's, you know, to have a change of heart, and that's actually great.
Right, and if, to be honest, it's like, even if like that's your testimony, like you should have no shame in who you were or what you've done and what you've said. It's like,
Because it documents that
Right.
that phase in your life.
yeah, exactly. You know where you've come from.
So I think he should put it out, no problem. But I understand his hesitations.
Even though I must say, I mean, everyone can believe what they believe, but it's just like, which words are cuss words and which words are not is always boggled me, and it's like
yeah, who decided
Yeah, it's
fuck
just
was a cuss word? Like, don't say that.
Yeah, everyone, it's a collective. Everyone just agrees on it.
Yeah, like, some people don't like onions, but that doesn't make onion a bad food. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? There's not one guy that's like, don't eat that. That's bad food. Don't eat that. Yeah, you shouldn't eat that. Don't eat that till you're older. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what makes cuss words any different than
To me, it's just like
food?
There's a difference between cuss words and curse words. It's like you curse someone, it's like putting hex and negative things onto someone. Like, that's cursing someone.
Mm-hmm.
People do that shit all the time. They wish negative things on people all the time. You might not have said a cuss word, but I can say 50 cuss words in a sentence that uplifts you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what do you call that? It's like, I ain't cursed nothing. Nothing was cursed. I said a bunch of cuss words, but we're all feeling good. I don't know. It's just all words.
Yeah.
It's all words.
It is.
Yep.
Sometimes I feel like language is the devil. It's like we're not all supposed to be. Our tongues just run fucking free, and they just get us into so much trouble. It's like, what if I'm not even fucking supposed to fucking just spit off everything I fucking think? You know what I'm saying? I should keep my words to myself. Like, some cultures believe in that shit, and it's like, I don't know, your tongue looks like a snake and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Weird shit.
Yeah, that was very interesting.
A lot of intense.
What?
I was following you the whole time. I was like focused. I was like, where'd you go? I get what you mean. Like, you got silent monks and stuff. You know, they go their entire life without speaking.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't recommend that, but
Well, I mean, I'm sure they didn't, like, they're early on in life, like, they didn't have that choice. I'm sure there was something that happened that made them choose that. It's like life that makes you choose that. It's because you've seen the bullshit. Like, sometimes I really want to fucking just be a monk and not fucking speak no more.
Yeah, honestly.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel
It's like,
it.
and sometimes, like, I feel like my tongue does the opposite of what I want it to do sometimes. It's like me trying to get a point across is literally did the opposite of what I was trying to do.
Damn.
It did damage in situations, and it's just like,
Damn.
I was like, why am I fucking still talking? It's like, silence would have been way better in this situation.
yeah,
Very
sometimes
true.
silence speaks more than words.
Right. It's like, when it happens, I'm like, yep, those monks gotta figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Definitely.
Well, speaking of monks, I want to leave everybody with a quote. Do you guys want to talk about anything else? Is there anything else you guys wanted to get into?
I have, let's see here. I don't know. We've been talking, how long we've been talking? Like 2 hours?
It's been a minute. Yeah.
42
Oh,
Smokes.
hour and a half.
oh yeah.
I think we covered a good amount.
Yeah, we did talk
So,
about
Cats
quite
Out
a
of the
bit.
Bag, Abob and I are dropping a joint album
Yeah,
on the weekend.
Tell them about everything.
It's got around like 15 songs on it, something like that.
We're up to 17.
17.
And, okay, yeah, let's end it with this. I think it'd be fun for you to name 2 songs you're most excited about the album.
Okay.
And then I'll name 2. And we'll
Alright.
see if they match.
All right, but
Like, most excited for people to hear. I know one of ours has to match.
all right.
I love all the songs for real, but there's I like Daddy Daughter Dance a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, I was
I'm
about to
most
say.
excited for people to see that side of Abob. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
because when we decided to make this album, Abob sent me a fake track list, and Daddy Daughter Dance was one of the top 3 like on the list. And I was just like, yep, that's the one I want this to be a thing. That is definitely a song that we were going to make. And I think, you were expecting Luna, so I was so interested to see how that would come about. 'Cause I already knew what I'd say. I talk about Noah all the time, but it was so cool to see Abob talk about something really personal to him as opposed to like his normal way of rapping.
Right.
So that's my pick as well. Daddy Daughter Dance. It's a lot of fun to do. That was a lot of fun.
And I don't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. I was just gonna say produced by Jewel Pack or Weather for Kites.
Weather for Kites.
Produced by Weather for Kites. He produced a number of tracks on the album.
With that the Daddy Daughter Dance, for me it's cool because it's gonna while we're making it, I can see the different range of people it's gonna reach than my music has previously. So it's like it felt like I was speaking to a new audience, kinda, and that was neat. So there was a couple records on there that I felt like that.
Yeah, definitely. Because you and I pushed each other
You're right.
into different territories. Like you pushed me into your previous release, Devil Owes Me Money, that has a very, very specific sound and something I haven't dove into yet. So you pushed me into that territory, and then I pushed you into other territories. I like to imagine.
Yeah, it does.
So,
It's a real well-rounded project, like with paying homage to Cody's lane in his previous stuff, and as well as mine, and like our sounds,
new stuff as well.
our sounds mesh. It's like he does some of my flows, I do some of his flows.
Okay.
Going back and forth, trading haymakers.
Yeah.
Those are fun to do.
Yeah.
And Hazzy's on there a couple times.
Yes, sir. I had
He's
to come
an animal.
with the sledgehammer.
Animal.
Yeah, we actually probably gonna go shoot a music video to it here in a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get some Shut Eye.
One of our personal favorite tracks, and that's another one of my personal favorites.
That one.
Yeah, it's when we bend past the fourth wall a little bit.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I'd have
sure.
to say Card Test and then Daddy Daughter's Dance.
Yep. So Card Test would be number 2. Also produced by Weather for Kites. Card Test I've never made a song like it in my entire life. And Abob showed me the beat, and he's like, this is the move. And then he kind of like started with it a little bit, and then we just fed off each other back and forth. It is wild.
Yeah, it's a concept I've always wanted to do, but it was so perfect for that moment.
Yep.
Yeah, and I feel like just artists all around, every artist is gonna hear that and they're gonna wish we're gonna wish they thought of that, because they probably have thought of that. They just
never haven't done it.
Didn't do it.
And it doesn't feel forced either. Like, it's so natural. It flows so well, I think. I'm so excited for those 2 songs to be out already.
Yeah.
I agree. That whole project is going to be super impactful. It's going to be heavy.
Are you dropping a project soon?
Oh, you already know.
I may know the answer to that.
In a couple days.
Yeah, next Friday. SUDAFEDS. It's a project called SUDAFEDS to SUDAFEDS. It's a project OAO, Monci, and I have dropped.
He's an animal as well.
Oh my gosh, he has some
One and
crazy
only.
shit.
Monster.
Yep, the one and only. He's got a lot of new music planned. Him and Casey.
Real Vato, Real Migo.
Yeah, they got that Real Vato, Real
Away on
Migo
Monci, tu
movement.
sabes.
They got the whole movement. But SUDAFEDS dropping this Friday, June 11th. Check it out. When do you guys plan on dropping your project? Do you guys have a date planned, or do you have a
We were talking
month?
about April. but I think we missed that.
A little bit by 2 months.
Yeah.
A little bit.
So
but
I'm thinking the way it's going, probably August.
okay.
I don't think that sounds too far off.
You think it's more of a
That's a realistic.
It's realistic because we have it done. It's all recorded. It's just now we're waiting on mixes and masters, and sometimes that's a lengthy process.
Okay.
And we have to approve it, and we have to make sure the album flows, and so I think August seems realistic.
It'd be nice to get it here, like summertime still, summer jams. But you know what I'm saying? We'll see. We'll play it by ear.
Okay.
Now that we announced it, who knows? We'll probably
We could always drop
give
singles.
give it a taste before it comes out.
Yeah, definitely. Because
Okay.
we were planning on just like full on like kamikaze, just like you waking up, just like surprise, motherfucker, like an album.
All
But
right.
one thing led to another, and we kind of
Hazzy basically made us tell us on this podcast.
To be fair, I don't think we gave him that
Y'all welcome.
disclaimer.
Nah, it's cool. Everything happens.
We've
how
been
it's supposed
dying
to.
to tell people anyways. At least I have.
Gave us something to talk about for a whole hour and a half.
Yeah, 'cause
Yes, sir.
we had a lot of interesting things happen.
This was a
with
really
this.
cool podcast.
Yeah, not a boring moment.
I appreciate you guys coming on it for real.
It was
Thank
fun.
Let them know which podcast is called, because I don't know if you said that at the beginning.
you. Okay, yep. This is podcast number 4. Abob
4.
Cody.
Who were the other 2? I know you had 2 true.
Yeah, I had the first one was.
Hey, no, 3, right?
Other 3?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, who were the other 2? Because I knew that you had 2 true.
Okay, the first one I
Then-
did Fredo in the cut and Oyo Monci. The second one was
I didn't realize.
2 True.
Okay.
The third one was a solo me, and then the fourth one is gonna be.
I haven't checked out the solo one.
That one.
You just like sitting talking to yourself?
Yeah, just kind of like
Just
experiment, try to get more
Nice.
comfortable under the mic and everything.
Yeah.
Nice.
This was a lot of fun. Like I didn't know
is.
if I'd be nervous or not, and I didn't know if there'd be like dead air, just us like us, just like not knowing what to say. But
Supernatural.
we're all good friends, so this is
Exactly.
what we do, not in front of the camera. So it's you just basically just turn a camera on with us hanging out.
Exactly.
This is
I
what we
figured-
do all the time.
I figured to give people a look into our minds and be able to like
Yeah,
see how we think, and then
For
give
sure.
a more personal
fun.
connection to the.
I've been
everybody.
wanting to do more stuff like this. Getting
Mhm.
people to get to know me.
And then you get to see your progress from years and years. You just go back and look at the video and see where you were at the time.
True that.
Yeah, Billie Eilish does that where she like answers the same questions like each like 1 year apart. I don't know if you
Okay.
guys knew that.
I did not.
She'll answer a series of questions, and then the next year on the same day she'll answer the same questions.
Like, see if like her answers. Like,
Yeah, and she's done it like 4 years in a row now.
That is cool.
And
That's genius.
like the first year she had like 300,000 followers, and then the next year she had like 16 million, and then the following year is like 30 million, and it's just like her answers are so different because she's grown so much
Yeah. That's what's up.
as a person. I think that's a
That-
really
no,
cool
that's-
idea.
Yeah, that's really important shit you just said right there, because I feel like so many people, they pridefully want to stay the same their whole life and like keep the same answers, like, oh, this is what I like and this is how I always will be, and it's just like
Can't live like that.
she's an example of someone who is reaching new heights, but she's always changing like her answers. You know what I'm saying?
They're
It's
always
like,
different,
right? It's like,
always growing. You can't be stuck in one place your entire life.
Mm-hmm. That is tough.
well, I had a fucking blast.
Yeah, this was fun.
This was awesome as fuck. But I want to leave you guys with a quote, but let the people know, let the family know where to find you guys, where your social media is, where they can get a hold of your music.
Instagram at the music is available everywhere: Spotify, Apple, Amazon, YouTube, anywhere you can stream music. As far as social media to like keep in touch with me, Cody The Prodigy. There's a Facebook page that you can like, and Also Instagram, Cody The Prodigy on Instagram.
Yeah, you can find all my music, all platforms, Abob, ABOB. Or you can find the gang shit, Doer Gang.
Your Instagram, though, I will say, now that it came
Yeah.
up organically, is really hard to find.
Yeah, my Instagram's tricky.
It's B0B ski.
3 eyes.
There's so many times I want to tag him in something, and I'm just like typing in Abob. I'm like, some like.
Yeah, B0B.
Yeah.
Not BOB.
Yeah, so it's tricky
On
sometimes.
IG, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Hazzy too, man. You know how many times I go to type Hazzy and it's like Hazzy's not here. No, the Hazzy Go Ham pops up, but I know that's not the one you use like all the time. So I have to remember it's like HAZMVT.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yeah.
It took me forever to remember that.
HAZMVT. The second A is just flipped upside down.
Yes. It took me
Easy,
longer
easy.
than I like to admit to remember that for when I wanted to tag you in something or look you up or message you or something.
A lot of
Maybe
people.
it's just me. I'm just a fool.
Once you peep it, you'll always remember it. And you'll, like,
I do the anarchy and the vendetta too. Anarchy is the new vendetta. Kind of mix it all together. Mix it all together. Now you got something. But I want to leave you guys with a quote from Bruce Lee. Empty your mind. Be fearless. Shapeless like water. If you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. If you put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now, water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend. Bruce Lee. All right. Thank you guys for being on the podcast. Podcast number 4. Abob, Cody The Prodigy. Thank you guys.
I'm Abob.
Doer Gang, DeFi.
stay up. One love.
We out.
Cody The Prodigy.
Peace.
See you.
Roll up.